Hello, hello. How's it going? Welcome to the round of 16 of Resurrection Cup 2025. Today's match is I ran out of ideas with Gatoland. My name is Krimek and I will be your commentator for today's match. We have two matches at the same time, so if you're looking for the other match, which is Heads to Co-op vs Mania Please Spare Me, feel free to check out the other Resurrection Cup Twitch channel if you want to see that match. If you're interested for the I ran out of ideas with Gatoland, you're at the right place. Hope everyone is doing fine. We are already in. Seeing who wanna start with the pick or the ban order. If you're new to this live stream, we're in the round of 16. We just made it through round of 32. This is a best of 9, so the goal for the winner team, the team trying to win, is to score 5 wins. I actually already did my research. Both teams, interestingly enough, when you look at all the qualified teams for Resurrection Cup, both teams are pretty much next to each other with their average rank, I believe. No, the team average rank. So positioning wise, you would think that's a really close match, since both teams are perhaps equally strong. We'll definitely find out if that's the case. I really hope to see a really interesting one. I ran out of ideas with the first ban, I believe. The first ban is gonna be hidden 2. As far as I know, I was watching the map pool reveal video on Monday, which is every Monday, and Phil himself also said he believes that's the hardest map in the pool. So not only is it hard, and probably a good ban itself, but if you don't trust your hidden skills, that's probably another reason to definitely ban hidden 2. And that's what they did. They removed the hardest map in the map pool so far. I also believe that's not the first time it's banned. And hidden and Hard Rock 2. Starting with the first pick. It's gonna be Nova 2. A lot of 2s right now. Ban the hidden 2 and the Hard Rock 2, and starting with the Noma 2. Somewhat of a stream heavy pick. As far as I believe, definitely hard on the second half. So probably the best pray and hope to get a lot of score during the first half. I ain't gonna lie if I said I know a lot of about the current tournament player base. I think there's a lot of people who can tell a lot of stories about, you know, all different players. I'm here to find out myself. And there we go. The very first map of today's match. Number 2. Yeah, so far, I think everyone probably practices this map. Good start so far. First break for I ran out of ideas on Tabby. Pretty early on, so far easy to recover, nothing too big. It seems like Tabby has a little bit difficulty so far. See if he can kind of like groove himself back. First map of the match. Always a bit nervous, I believe. However, we gotta have to say, Gatoland, or Loyalist, with damn good accuracy so far. Triple break on the left side. Doesn't look really good after half a map is played. And the score is definitely slowly but surely moving towards the Loyalist side. Which, all of the 3 still holding combo. And I probably just jinxed it because Lieberman, the first to brag on the Gatoland side. But yeah, and Victor Skull following up. But I would go as far as like saying that triple 1k combo is hard to top off. Pretty much already the win on the Loyalist side. Which I believe was also the pick of the Loyalist, so they probably made a good choice with that one. Starting 1-2 of Loyalists. 400s on Monte. Was it Monte? Definitely a crazy score. Interesting to see how they gonna respond to that pick. I always feel like a Resurrection Cup, not a Resurrection Cup, but like OZA tournaments in general. It's not just like who's the better player or who's like having the better performance, but it's also like a lot of strategy. Like, how's your team set up? What are like the comfort picks? And how do you respond to such an opening? They respawn with no much free. Not sure if I remember correctly if this was like more of an alternate map. I believe it was. Maybe we'll find out. Alright, so very early break by G's Blank. Another one right now. But also Monte to match that one. So far 2 FCs on both team sides. So very, very close score difference so far. Both Monte and Blank having a little bit difficult this year. But the rest of the team trying to hold the combo so far. Blank able to recover. Meanwhile, Liruman also falling with a break. So that's... I just want to say it's 2 for 1 SC, but Holoni's also breaking. Which should slowly bring the score lead to Insurgent. With Dawning and Blank with a recovering combo. Gatoland now having to hope for a break. For I ran out of ideas. And Monte trying to hold to his combo. Nothing lost so far, but looking pretty good for Insurgents. Both Downing and Skull. Really doing pretty good. And Downing finding a break. That's exactly what I mean. Now that's a very, very like little hope, but the most important hope that players had. And they slowly shifting the combo. Monster breaking. And Skull also breaking. Very unlucky. That was like... Yeah, that was unfortunate. I don't think with the last few seconds of the song playing, this is going to Insurgent's hands. And that will be the 1-1. Pretty close one. But still, the right choice by I ran out of ideas. Able to equalize the score for now. It seems like someone's joining the commentary with me.
That would be myself.
I would be the only one. Brill, thanks for joining me.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good
I
afternoon.
was told to come to the rescue, even though I wouldn't rescue anyone, but... So, update me on things. Let's recap what happened so far. I see that they banned HD2 on the Insurgent side, and Loyalist side banned HR2.
Exactly.
So far, Insurgent side won Nomad 3. I assume that was not their pick.
Was
it? Oh yeah, it was their pick.
Loyalist started with Noma 2, which was, I would say, a very clear win on a stream heavy map. Insurgent following with the Noma 3, which was very close, but they ended up securing their own pick. Making it an equal 1-1 right now. And now it's the Loyalist picking Fremont 2, which is also a custom song made for Resurrection Cup for XH and Austria, new generation, which is our speed map, I would say.
Yeah, I feel like that's an interesting pick because I'm not too sure whether Gatoland is known for speed, but I'll check real quick how they actually performed on the qualifiers, because that's kind of what I would base it on, and not actually round of 32 statistics. But from what I'm seeing, actually no, they were doing pretty well. So this might be an understandable pick. I suppose we shall see.
Mistake. Jumping right into the third map of this match. It's also one of the songs on the longer, picks. Things like Formless in 22 seconds.
Yeah, this is still one of the longest maps in the pool. So, and it seems like, yeah, 2 HR on each sides and 1 AG on each side, which is kind of the understandable outcome because, you know, you're still forced to have 1 HR and 1 AG. And I guess the third one is just 50-50. But I'm not sure who got the choice to pick a mod here in either sides, but
I mean, it definitely reflects their bans, right? Banning Hidden 2 and picking 2 Hard Rock players, and the exact opposite on the other side. Yeah, a lot of breaks so far. Dawnbring pulling it for Insurgent. Meanwhile, 2 SCs on the Loyalist side. So right now, looking in favor for the Loyalists. Yeah, I always said a very long song and a lot of combo to bring, so everything open.
It definitely feels like Little Min is having an easier time than Dawnbring with the HD. I suppose the density really is kind of hurting the reading ability of some people. It is dense, you have to admit. It is really dense. It
definitely is dense. I mean, it's probably the nature of speed picks in general, but also mapping with the lower circle sizes.
Widow's Call with still the FC going on. Oh, well, commentator's curse, I suppose.
Yeah, it's almost like a full reset, which comes into favor of Hollownese, the only one having a combo right now. Still a massive combo lead of the Loyals so far. And as we speak, Hollownese also breaking the score, which is basically a full reset by everyone.
Props to Hollownese though, they were the only ones that actually survived the sudden div spike, at least the beginning of it, so...
Very true.
Props to her. as we enter the last quarter of the map. To be fair, the score difference of 200k is not that big. If the loyalist side, if Gatoland actually screws up, then this could be huge for the insurgent side. But they would need Vitor Score to drop them off.
But they're all going in with 400 combo until the very last Ki. So maybe that's exactly what you mean. Maybe it's gonna happen, but they have to hold the combo.
They really have to hold the combo for this to be a secured score.
It's only slowly but surely shifting. But there's not much left of the beat map.
Yeah, unfortunately for the insurgent side, Vitor Score is not going to drop combo for them, unfortunately. But yeah, Doming, yeah, that slider break was.
We have to give it to them. They definitely did their best at the end of the map to kind of try. It's safe as pick, but well, the Lails picked that map and they made a good choice, getting the 2-1 lead. It's the job of the insurgent to now make the right choice and pick the next map.
This is a losers bracket match, if I recall correctly, and this does mean a lot because
there's not a chance, right?
Nah, yeah. There's no other chance. So if you either survive losers bracket or it's unfortunately the point where you need to win goodbye and retry next year. But getting into the insurgent pick next up, which would be something. Big comedy. I would honestly, so they don't really. After this, I mean, it was close, so they could technically. HR won. Understandable. They did perform well on the HR picks in qualifiers. So this is also an understandable pick. I was more or less thinking about DT1 or DT2 because they could technically roll the dice, and whether it lands on a side that favors them is up to RNG, I guess. But yeah, DT1, DT2 could work for them up next after HR1. DT3 I don't really think they would be picking. They won Nomad 3 though, so maybe HD1 is also an option.
Let's say, Nomad 3 actually proved a lot, and the the speed pick Frima 2 wasn't that bad either, so I also think double time could work for them. But for now, starting with Hard Rock 1, let's see how this plays out. What do you think, Frill, for next year's tournament? We reduce the pick time from 90 seconds to like 10.
No.
So we just keep on pushing.
Yeah, I feel like 90 is still fair, so...
Yeah, it is definitely fair.
Players definitely need the freedom for that. So GS Blank, Domwing, and Tebby on the Insurgent side, and the Loyal side, Vitor Score, Monte, and Liuling once again. If I recall correctly, this is because Gatoland's team isn't actually full right now? Like, I might be wrong, but I think it's only Monte, Liuling, and Vitor Score.
That's definitely the three they are running every map so far. So it seems so.
If that's the case, they are doing absolutely amazing for just a 3-man lineup for today.
looking more good so far. He's playing a very early miss, but maybe it's like the reverse choke he needs. That's also a very short map, so if everyone is gonna full combo this, then
yeah, kind of a TV-sized break, I suppose. But here, every single combo break matters. Like, you break once and you have to pray the enemy also breaks.
I think that's one thing, but you can also tell that the accuracy difference makes a change. Oh yeah, and it's a triple break for the insurgents. Meanwhile, only one break on the loyalists. A very short map.
Very unfortunate because this just makes the loyalist side to just skyrocket in score difference. So almost 500k, and there's only 1/4 of the map left. So they would need a miracle. Yeah. But it is pretty much over because this does look like Vitorsko and Monte are gonna FC the map. Nah,
yeah, I think that. But still,
all eyes on Vitorsko.
Still getting bigger and bigger. 600,000 score difference.
Learman still dropped the combo, but it does not matter at this point because Vitorsko is hard carrying the team right now with an FC.
Very, very good performance by Vitorsko.
That is insane, Vitorsko. That is just insane.
Also, the unlucky one miss for Downwing.
Yeah, Downwing was close because they actually retained the combo multiple times.
Yeah, that brings Loyalists in favor with a 3-2-1 score right now. And I believe also having the next map pick.
To be fair, I still understand where this pick came from, because if Downwing did not have that one miss, then they would have almost died. So it was definitely a strong pick for the insurgent side as well. It's just kind of unlucky that it was a miss in the middle. But it seems like the Loyalists are picking DT2, which, as I said earlier, this could go either way. This is the high BPM pick.
Always having trouble to actually say the title of the song.
Zikurat.
Zikurat. And maybe the prediction might be right.
But yeah, the thing is, it's just no. It's just this just could genuinely go either way. So I have no idea which team is gonna win this. But it seems like they've picked it fairly early, so they might have practiced this specifically, and I wouldn't be surprised because some players did consider this one of the best picks in the pool, like out of all maps that are in round of 16. So, oh, we seem to be having a small bit of technical difficulties from Free Theory. Oh, and now we are gonna start soon. Seeing the good lucks and have funs in the chat. Bencho is doing Bencho things, so we might need a panic. There we go. Rather than a high BPM pick, I was wrong, this is actually just finger control, so...
Yeah, it definitely looks like a mix of bursts and like slider tag, finger control type. Well, it actually seems to have like a lot of different patterns. Victor Skull and Liruman find the first breaks.
Haku Koyori chain missing a tiny bit, but if I need... But they are slider breaks.
Oh, Halloween's as well, so that's like 2 breaks on each side so far. And Victor also with a break. Which puts all hope into GS Blank's hands right now. He still is holding the full combo. With an impressive accuracy as well.
Approaching for the half-main mark. And yeah, that FC is impressive so far because the accuracy is actually fairly high.
It's probably one of the harder sessions of the map right now. Everyone doing it pretty well so far.
They're slowly building combo back up, and it seems like Hollowness and Hakuikoyori also built combo back up, which does help GS Blank's case, but yeah, no, I don't think there's 1/4 of the map left, but I don't think there's enough time for Gatoland to make a return.
I think what Loyalists would need is like a triple combo break on the Insurgent side.
Yeah. But at the same time, Monte and Vitor still retaining their combos.
Exactly.
Oh, GS Blank finally dropping the FC.
But Monte also as well, so... And Hakui, so it's like 2... what we call supported combos, now being the highest combos. Victor and Hollowness.
Yeah, I think this just seals the deal, because even if Hollowness just dropped the accuracy right now, there's just not enough time for Gatoland to make a return. This is exactly why I said this would be a pick that goes either way, and it really did, because apparently this was a loyalist pick, and yeah, the Insurgents won. So
it's like how he called it. Like it could have been the other way around if Insurgent picked that map. So interesting that Insurgent took Loyalist's pick into their favor, because now they can follow up with their own pick, maybe equalize scores again. As right now, Insurgent with 2 and Loyalist with 3 points. See what they're gonna pick next.
well, after this, I mean, realistically, I would expect a fast DT1 after this.
That's what I was going to say. Like, just coin flip again.
But yeah, I mean, they definitely went with heads and they flipped heads, so they were on the luckier side of the coin flip. Yeah. Although realistically, they could try free mode 1 as well, but I don't think they would.
But it's probably the pick that would come no mod free the closest, I would believe. Which they did pretty well on. They're running with double time free.
Well, that is an interesting pick because, I mean, it is grid mapping, so... yeah, maybe this could also go either way, but I feel like...
Actually, it's not a bad pick. I mean, what is the BPM? It's definitely something alternatable, I would say.
Yeah. Perhaps even slow flow, or like slow streams, perhaps, but...
And I mean, looking at the normal free performance they had, I would think that they could pull off a similar play on the double time free. And it's definitely playing different maps for sure, but it probably comes closer than a double time 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's a similar niche to Nomad 3, except this is not snap aim, so...
Yeah, true.
Well, I'm excited to see how this certain pick goes. I'm assuming the lineup for the Loyalists are staying a little bit Monte and Vitor's goal. And from what I'm seeing, it's Downwing, Hollowness, and Hakuikoyori for the Insurgent side. As you're seeing, the good luck have fun with the chat.
Yeah, Loyalists going with their 3 players as for every map so far.
Still can't believe we pulled this, but
Yeah, same. I keep remembering the map pool announcement on Monday. Yeah, 2 early breaks on the Surgeon side. Saying early breaks, so nothing lost so far, but Loyalists with the leads so far.
just 150 score difference, and it's a bit too early in the map to be a deciding factor. So
Pony's also with a break.
that is a big thing though, because there's still an FC, like a triple FC on the Loyalist side. So yeah, and their accuracy is also fairly high. It's also, like Lirumin has 99.4 and 99 for Monte and 97 for Ritosko. This is looking a very solid pick for the opposite side.
Yeah, LSB down wing, Hakui both broke, choking. Mont as well, but and Victor now too, but still 1 FC and already a massive score lead for the Loyalists. So with a quarter of the map left, probably impossible at this point to turn.
Lirumin with the F. Never mind.
I think we should stop telling who's still FCing. Like every time we say who's FCing something, we've got to follow with a miss next.
Yeah, I mean it's been consistently a curse for like 3 years at this point. So very solid pick for the opposing team. So again, just like DT2, this could have gone either way.
Fair. I was kind of like a mix. I was like, it comes close to the alternate pick, so I felt like it wasn't a bad pick. And then you were kind of like, well, you want Double Time 2, so why not follow up with Double Time 1? I went Double Time 3, which wasn't the pick. Bringing the Loyalists to a 4-2 map point score lead so far. Which also the match ball, because this pick, the next pick, could already bring the win to Loyalist side. So Insurgent team has to win 2 maps in a row to make it into tiebreakers.
And it is match point for Gatoland, Loyalist side. And they're going with 3 mod 1. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't say this could go either way, because this is a niche of a 3 mod 1 that's kind of different from the previous 3 mod 1. This is not necessarily an awkward aim pick. It kind of is, but this is really fast, and so like it's a continuous chain of like 1-2, 1-2 taps, but it's like not cross screen jumps. It's just so tapping heavy, and you're not gonna catch a break. Also very long map, so this is gonna be a stamina test for both sides.
I mean, so far, stamina-wise, with no mod 2 and the 3 mod 2 pick, Loyalist definitely proved to have the better stamina. Let's see if this also applies for the 3 mod 1, as it's also their pick.
So far, they won each or one. There was an Insurgent pick, so I'm honestly thinking of like a similar lineup to 3 mod 2 in terms of mod choices. Like I don't think they would go with two HDs on 3-1 because it's just really dense. Same goes for the other team, so probably 2 HRs and 1 HD.
Which is
No, I was
correct.
wrong.
Oh well, yeah. 2 times
No.
Sealant for Loyalist, 2 times Hard Rock for Insurgent.
That is very interesting, especially from the Loyalist side. I guess they are... Maybe it's the safer option. Because with HR, it's obviously way harder than it's supposed to be.
It's just interesting that Insurgent takes a risk with 2 times Hard Rock. And so far, both Hard Rock players still holding the combo. All 3 on Loyalist side. Hakui having slight troubles with the map so far. Everyone else doing pretty well so far.
Interesting how the lower density is actually causing the issue here with HD. But yeah, Insurgent team just has a better chance with HRs. It definitely feels like if we didn't have this rule, they would go ham with 3 HRs. But yeah, this is due to the balance that we must enforce.
Blank also caught a break. Liraman as well.
Was about to say that the 3-way FC on Gatoland side is going crazy, but yeah, it's only Vitor Skull and Monte left.
Actually, Dawnwing also choked right before the break, so it's a triple reset, I might say, for the Insurgent. Which is very unfortunate because we're slowly but surely getting to the end of the, as it seems, last map of this match. Monte and Victor really holding a very good combo. And I should just stop jinxing scores as Monte also broke.
Vitor is still holding on though, and even if Vitor is gonna break, there's just a 700k difference. Impossible to bring it back. So, and it's the map's end. So, congratulations for Gatoland for winning this match of round of 16. And sadly, this is the point where team I Run Out of Ideas has to wave goodbye and retry next year. They performed amazingly though. Like most of the picks, aside from 2 maps, most of the picks were really close.
Definitely.
And
Definitely some hope in the middle of the stream. I almost saw like a full comeback, and they definitely tried. Good work, but definitely GG. Nice win by Gatoland, the winner of this round of 16 losers bracket match.
This also means that Gatoland is moving on to face someone from the winners bracket right now next week. So Gatoland has to play 2 matches next weekend because from quarterfinals and onwards, you do need to count with double matches in losers bracket. But I'm looking at the schedule right now, and I think the next match that is being streamed, I think there's still a match ongoing on the first channel of Resurrection Cup Twitch.
Yeah, definitely.
And the next
one
is at 16 UTC.
Exactly, so a little bit more than an hour. But if you still want to catch up on the Hetzakov versus Mania, please spare me match, make sure to check out the main Resurrection Cup Twitch channel. So just remove the 2 on the URL and you will find your way to the other match, which is still going on live right now.
or just scroll down on this Twitch channel and you'll see the first channel hyperlink in the About Me section. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this stream, and we'll see you guys next time in the 16 UTC match, hopefully.
See ya.